Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Made with bits of real panther, so you know it's good.
It's quite pungent.
Oh, yeah.
Stings the nostrils. In a good way.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm gonna be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? Happy Monday. And a Hotep live stream. Say what's up to everybody in the chat. Hawaii 689, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. The jokes to a minimum in the gym and the squad day. All right, we're gonna try it, yo. We're gonna try it. You know, there's a lot of fuckery going on in the world today, Monday especially. A lot of news, put it like that. Luger Storm, what's going on, sir? What's going on, Ivan? All right. Hope you guys had a good Monday. A lot of news in there. There's a lot of news going on. There's a lot of newsworthy events going on. Without further ado, we're gonna get into it. So, as we all know, and I won't really say anything. I won't even say anything. I don't know if I can say the name for real, because I don't want to get, I can't say demonetized because I ain't there yet. So if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. So we're gonna get started with this this whole new variant that we got going on out here. It should sound like a transformer, don't it? You know what I mean? It's like Megatron little brother. So we got a new variant out here, and they scaring the hell out of everybody. I don't know what to call it. We're going to get us a nickname. You know what I mean? Because you know how it is with old YouTube. They like to demonetize things for words they don't like. But we're gonna call it Megatron. We're gonna call it Megatron. So we got a new variant out here called Megatron. So I'm gonna take y'all over. So today, we just found out about this. On November the 26th is when we found this out. We got a new variant called Megatron coming out of South Africa. Now they're causing all sorts of fear and all this other stuff over it. And the people who know it ain't nothing, it ain't nothing that serious. But they trying to get out here and they trying to just put fear into everybody, man. Yeah, that's true. I like that. Yeah, it could very well be though. You know what I mean? It could very well be. So I'm gonna take y'all over to this. There we go. Got some new software. I'm trying to get used to it. So on November 26th, the World Health Organization classified a new variant, E.11529, is a variant, a variant of concern called Megatron, right? So they bring this variant out. They say it's from South Africa. This prompts old Joe Nicholslick to want to ironically do a travel ban on seven countries. A few of them coming from Africa. Go figure, right? When old Donnie T did it, this was a problem. This was racist. This was xenophobic, or whatever they wanted to call it. You know what I mean? Now that old Joe Nicholslick's in office, this is the right thing to do. Now, I'll be the first to say that I agreed with old Donnie T when he did it. And I'm going to say that I agree with Joe Nicholslick because he's doing it. However, I don't think we got nothing to worry about. That's just me, my opinion. My opinions and views does not represent the views of Hotep Nation. Anyway, so apparently this variant has over 30 mutations in it on its spike protein, which is just ridiculous to me. You know what I mean? 30. So it's almost like You know how you got somebody and you cooking in the kitchen and you cooking the taste and you put a little salt in there. You're like, that's not right. Put a little more salt. I need some pepper. Put a little pepper in there. I need a little seasoned salt until you get it just right. That just feels like what they doing with this right now. You know what I mean? Because this has twice the amount of mutations that the old Della Reese had, the old Delta Burke had. You know what I mean? And then come to find out, this is from The Guardian. Let's see, where did it come from? Although initially linked to, I don't know how to pronounce that, the variant did not necessarily originate there. The earliest sample showing the variant was collected in Botswana on November the 11th. Scientists say that the usual constellation of mutations suggests that it may have emerged during a chronic infection of an immunocompromised person, such as an untreated AIDS or HIV patient. Go figure. That's how you scare the hell out of everybody right there. You know what I mean? They make it seem like it's super contagious. You know what I mean? They make it seem like, you know, it's that's the new boogeyman. You know what I mean? This just popped up over the weekend. Yeah, they whipped this up like Zatarans, yo. You know what I mean? Added some water, a little seasoned salt, a little pepper, a little paprika. Spice this thing up. The variant has more than 30 mutations on its spike protein. The key used by the virus to unlock our body cells. More than double the number of, you know what I mean, the Delta Burke. Such a dramatic change has raised concerns that the antibodies from previous infections or yamines may no longer be well matched, which basically means that yamine they pushing ain't gonna help you. That yamine they pushing means that this thing is yamine resistant. You know what I mean? I mean, the Delta Burke was yamine resistant from what I remember. You know what I mean? I'm old enough to remember that. But apparently this one is even more yamine resistant. And what did old Joe Nicholslick say today in his press conference? The key to fighting this is more yamines. To get everybody yamined up. Get everybody jabbed up. Jabbed up with a yamine that don't work. That don't work in the first place. What's the point? You know what I mean? This is what you call gaslighting people. This is what you call spreading fear. The way they're saying this in the news is that this thing is the scariest of them all. Listen to the name. You know what I mean? Megatron. I know it's not the name of, but you get it. Megatron. You feel me? Listen to the name just sound ominous. You feel me? You know, and look at this. This is not yet clear, but the emerging picture is worrying. There has been a surge in cases in South Africa from 273 cases on November 16th to more than 1,200 cases starting of this week. Right? So let's check this out, though. From the Washington Post. The SARS remix experts say it's premature to sound the alarm over the new Megatron variant until more is known about the strain. Warning that overblowing concerns about it could badly backfire. No shit. But they're not worried about that backfiring. They need it today. They need this fear today. You know what I mean? What he saying that what old Joe Nicholslick saying in his press conference today? Over 70% of Americans got that yamine up in them. And what did he say he wanted? He wanted 99% yamine. You know what I mean? Yeah. I heard it was gonna be a 3-piece. They wanted it to be a 3-piece. You know what I mean? You know. Hey, Kofi on tight with Natasha. What's up, Natasha? What's up? You know what? You know what I gotta do, Natasha? I gotta give you a wrench. Natasha is the ultimate moderator. I gotta give her a wrench. All right, Natasha, you are now a moderator. I appreciate you. But it could vary. You could have, you could have a, a good idea. I mean, you could have a good point. I mean, 100%, Brandon. Salute and welcome back. So they're just trying to spread all this fear, right? All this fear and concern over something they don't even know what it does. They just found out about this, and now all of a sudden, they're these big experts on it. They're trying to convince us that the existing test that they had for it, which wasn't accurate in predicting the original SARS remix, wasn't accurate in predicting the Delta Burt or the Lambda, is great at predicting or being able to detect this new Megatron variant. Come on. RT tests, the rapid tests, we already know they're flawed. They've been flawed. The number of positives that it was given, we all know they were dramatically off. So how can we, trust it? You know what I mean? Because we know that it's not a bacteria. Bacteria can replicate on their own. Viruses can't. So you have to artificially replicate these viruses. So they're dependent on artificial replication to be able to determine if you got said virus. You feel me? So the thing about it is that if that's the case, and then they run it up past, salute to Dr. Tanai Ricks, they run it up past 38 cycles, they're going to produce a false positive. And we all know that this is just so happening to come out. We all know what season it is. We all know what season it is now. How much you want to bet? You know what I mean? Hey, straight up. But how much you want to bet? We all know what season it is. That the flu will no longer exist again. We'll have 0 flu cases this year. Everything's going to be SARS remix. And I got a feeling that we're going to get put in the house again. We're going to get put on punishment again. I just got a feeling about that. But what's interesting? What's interesting about all of this? Is we all just had a wonderful Thanksgiving, right? We all had family over. We had fun. A lot of this stuff is starting to subside. They was telling us it was starting to subside, right? But the thing is, the people willing to get the yammy, all the people that's willing to get the yammy, that's done. They got it. You know what I mean? Now they focusing on the people that don't want it. They focusing on people like us who don't want to take the yammy. So now they got to scare us into doing it. So now we have Megatron now, because Delta Burt didn't do it. Lambda didn't do it. You need something a little more scary, a little more ominous that came from an immunocompromised AIDS patient, right? What up, Handy Bob? Now, I said it had more than 30 cycles. One article was saying it had up to 50. I'm sorry, you talking about the cycles for the PCR. No, I think you can't run it up past 38 if I'm not mistaken. So if I'm not mistaken, you have to go back to that interview with Tanai Ricks and Hotep Jesus and Uncle Hotep. I want to say it was 38 cycles. I'm almost certain of that, but I could be wrong. All I know is that there's a certain amount of cycles you can't run up past. If you run up past those cycles, then you're in that false positive category. So I do agree with you there. Exactly. Correct. Right. Yeah. So, thing about it is, right now, what else happened this week? It's Monday, right? What else happened today that they would need to, what else happened today that they would need to distract from? Anybody got any hints in the chat? Anybody got any hints in the chat? What do they need to distract from right now? You know what I mean? Giving us something like this to worry about. Just so we don't really talk about, you know, some real newsworthy stuff. Anybody? What up, DMW? What up, what up, what up? Island boys? Maxwell and Smoulier? If you guess Maxwell or Ghislaine, I think you got it right. All of the above. Excuse me, I was drinking a little vodka and lemonade. It's not bad. Anyway, so let's go to it. From Reuters. Sorry about that. From Reuters. Ghislaine Maxwell portrayed as both a scapegoat predator as trial gets underway. Now, see, you're going to have a lot of these left-leaning outlets that really don't want to call it straight down the middle. They're not going to call it how they see it. But you see what they say? She's portrayed as the scapegoat and predator. You know what I mean? No. Just be objective about it. Just be objective about it. You know what I mean? This, it is what it is. She's on trial. She's on trial for child sex trafficking. She's on trial for, you know, taking kids, you know, taking young women out of, you know, and possibly young men, who knows, you know, on some airplane rides to some special places for some quote unquote important people. You know what I mean? So from Reuters. Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal trial got underway on Monday, with the prosecutor saying the British socialite lured underage girls for the late financier Jeffrey Epstein, sexually abused, while a defense lawyer urged jurors not to turn Maxwell into a scapegoat. He preyed on vulnerable young girls, manipulated them, and served them up to be sexually abused. Assistant District Attorney Laura Pomerantz, that's how you pronounce her name, said in her opening statements. Maxwell, 59, is on trial for recruiting and grooming 4 underage girls for Epstein to abuse between 1994 and 2004. Epstein died in jail. Oh boy. Epstein died in jail in 2019 while awaiting trial on a sex abuse charge. She has pleaded not guilty to 8 charges of sex trafficking and other crimes, including 2 counts of perjury that will be tried at a later date. Maxwell faces up to 80 years in prison if convicted. The charges against Ghislaine Maxwell are for things that Jeffrey Epstein did, but she's not Jeffrey Epstein. Maxwell's lawyer Bobby Sternum said in a Manhattan federal court. Interesting. Yeah, that's what they said. They supposed to redact it for a lot of this and the sensationalism. But that's the thing. So we got to see the Rittenhouse trial. We got to see the Arbery trial. We got to see the fucking O.J. Simpson trial. You know what I mean? You know, but because of quote unquote sensationalism, we can't see this. We can't see this trial. We're not even allowed to share any of the audio. You know, in fear of some legal actions being taken against us. You know, it's ridiculous. That's crazy. You know what I mean? You know, the court records. No, we can't. Nothing. Not a thing. You know why though? We all know why. We know who them Island Boys was. We know who them Beach Boys was. We know who was on that Lolita Express. We know who name came up 27 times in the manifest. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yes, she was. Yep. what's going to happen is her lawyer is going to try to say, this was not my client. My client didn't do this. You know what I mean? My client didn't do this. It was her boss. It was her boss. You know what I mean? Her boss did this. She was a victim herself. You know we're going to hear that, right? You know we're going to hear that, right? She was a victim herself, right? Check this out. Prosecutors say that Maxwell, a former employee and romantic partner of Epstein, we all know that, right? That she was banging Epstein too. Sent gifts such as lingerie and discussed sexual topics with the girls to win their trust before encouraging them to give Epstein erotic massages. She was sometimes present and at times participated, they say. All right. Now, you know what this harkens back to? Remember the, what's it called? Nexium? Remember the Nexium scandal? Remember that with the girl from Smallville, was her name? Allison Mack? Remember that? Because she went down. She went down for basically being a low-level Ghislaine. For that, whatever the guy name was. You know what I mean? She got time for that. You know, she was grooming and luring women, you know, into that whole cult thing, getting them to brand themselves, you know, with this dude's initials and some other stuff, taking money from these women, sexually assaulting these women. You know what I mean? And that's on, I would argue, to say a smaller scale than what we know here with Epstein. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe that was all a part of the same situation. But Shorty went down for that. Allison Mack went down for that. Exactly, Natasha. Well, no, I'm not gonna say she's not in the courtroom because later on in this article they talk about what she was wearing. You know, her cream sweater and her black pants. Like, who the fuck cares what the fuck she's wearing? You know what I mean? Just give us the details. Give us the facts. We don't need you to humanize her. Just give us the facts of the case. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Oh, you already know. Exactly. But we all know there was a lot of big names. There was a lot of big names on that plane. You know, there's a lot of big names at Zorro Ranch. You know, there's a lot of big names on whatever the hell the island was called. You know what I mean? We know that. We also know that the minute he was gone, when he was got the hell out of here, that island was bought immediately. You know what I mean? Now, Kofi on tight, I would argue to say that Epstein worked for one of these redacteds. I would argue to say that none of his money was his own. I would argue to say that all of his money, all of his wealth was, let's just say, government funded. The bombshells coming from this trial, and we all know, excuse me, the list of star-studded A-list associates up to no, yeah. What was what's his name? Kevin Spacey, wasn't he on there? You know what I mean? And then we know how he went down, you know, with his sexual assault accusation. I don't know whatever happened with that, but I just know that he lost a lot of roles due to that. Facts. You know what? I'm gonna have to go to Uncle. I'm gonna have to pull an Uncle Hotep on this one. I'm gonna have to burgle that tweet. I appreciate Kauai. Appreciate you with that one. Yeah, you know, and I agree with you. I don't think anything about to happen with this. You know what I mean? I don't think anything about to happen with this. You know what I mean? It's just, I think that, you know, this whole Megatron thing is just a smoke screen. I think it's a smoke screen to start getting everybody talking about this possible lockdowns. You know what I mean? Possible lockdowns and scaring people into getting that, you know what I mean, while, you know, simultaneously keeping a lot of eyes and ears off of this case. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? It's like I was said is The Tail Wagging the Dog, which is a great movie, by the way. If you guys ain't never seen Wag the Dog, you need to go watch Wag the Dog. There's a lot of truths in that movie. You know what I mean? You know, some of the movies I would say go watch and just check them out. You know what I mean? Wag the Dog, Eyes Wide Shut, The Shining. What else? The Network. Not The Network where I think it was Mel Gibson. It's an old movie called The Network from like 1979. Go check them movies out, yo. They got some truths in there, man. Yeah, I think so. What's up, Super Carlo? Yo, I think so. I think they might be ready to lock it up, bro. I think we about to be on punishment again. We were just talking about that. Yeah, I read that, Pandy, but I was looking for the article, but I couldn't find it, so I didn't bring it up. But yeah, I did see something. Or if you could send it to me, yo, DM it to me or something like that, or put it in my, you know, tag me on it or something like that. But yeah, she's saying it wasn't as bad. From what I'm hearing, it's just, you know, you got headaches and the sniffles or whatever, you know, and that's it, you know. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be a thing. I just think they're using it more as you know, cannon fodder or fear. You know, like I said, to keep eyes away from this case. You know what I mean? Because it's real interesting how we just getting this case. You know what I mean? You know, I'm sorry. It's real interesting how we getting this new Megatron variant just as this case starts. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be talking about it all the time. They're gonna be talking about it every day. They're gonna be talking about this 24/7 on all the news channels, and nobody's gonna be talking about this case. You know what I mean? Even, you know, your beloved Fox News probably going to, you know, stifle it. You know what I mean? Because they're not allowed to. You know what I mean? They gotta hide it. They gotta bury this. They gotta bury this story. Which movie? Which one, Natasha? Hey, yeah, Manchurian Candidate. Another great movie. Right about that. I read that too as well. You know, but so did, you know, the other ones. But also, so does the Yamin. The Yamin causing, what's it called, myocarditis. You know what I mean? Is that right? If you can't, shoot me that video so I can play it. What up, Dear Blaze? Dear Blaze, what's going on? Matter of fact, yo, need you to be a moderator for me, big bro. Because there we go. Exactly. You know, distraction upon distraction upon distraction. That's what they do. Like I said, tail wagging the dog, man. They hit a lot of countries real quick, you know what I mean? But they said it about the Delta Reese, the Delta Burke. You know, it was really contagious, but it didn't do nothing. You just caught it and you was like, you know what I mean? Like I said, with this whole situation, with all these variants, it's just all they doing is adding a little salt and pepper, you know, a little more season and a little more spice until they get that ideal, you know, that ideal taste in your mouth. You feel me? That's what they doing. I agree. I agree, Natasha. G-Dez, salute. Got Ireland, Australia in the house. Yeah, we were. I agree. Handy Bob was saying, you know, that's what he's saying. It's the scapegoat for the jabby. You know what I mean? For that, you know what I mean? Salute to you, Black Ortho. Yeah, man. It's that Bad Boy remix. It's that Diddy remix. You know what I mean? He let Kanye sample this one and put some heat on it. Yeah, Wag the Dog. Yeah, that's a good movie. That's a great movie, but it's a lot of symbolism. It's a lot of truth being said in that movie. It's real interesting. I might watch it again tonight. Oh yeah, you already know. Jonah Ryan, salute, welcome. But yeah, so like I said, then you got, I didn't really read much up on it, but you got that Juicy Smouye, his trial started. Nobody gonna be paying attention to that trial. You know what I mean? It's just retarded. I think that nothing's gonna happen to him. It's gonna be a slap on the wrist. He's gonna walk away with maybe some kind of restitution or something like that. His career's over. That's enough. You know what I mean? Crying wolf like that ain't right. Salute Dia Blaze. Yeah, if y'all new, man, subscribe to my channel, like the video, try and get to 1,000 subs. I really appreciate it. But it's a lot going on in the world right now, and a lot of it is organized chaos. You know what I mean? A lot of it's controlled chaos, Hegelian dialect. Hegelian dialectic. You know what I mean? They create the problem, then they create the solution to the problem that they just created. And we're seeing this happen in real time right now. Is that right? Straight up. I appreciate it, Natasha. I really do. I'm trying. I'm learning, more and more day by day. Trying to get used to the streaming thing. It's a lot of fun, honestly. I'm gonna try and stream at least twice a week. Eventually I'm gonna have my podcast start up, maybe in the next week or two. It'll probably be, maybe Monday or Wednesday, the day before Hotep's Been Told You or something like that. Or maybe I do it an hour before Hotep's Been Told You. We'll see. We'll get it there. Yeah, that's another thing. Question everything. Question everything. If you haven't, you gotta go read Behold a Pale Horse. Read Behold a Pale Horse. That's like the intro to, Kufi on Tight. Not even gonna say conspiracy, because when you read the book and then you go to research the stuff that's in the book, it's gonna blow your mind. Well, we all know that old Juicy Smouye is the cousin of old Cop Mala. We found that out. Yo, I was just getting ready. Yo, I was gonna text you. I meant to text you this week about that. Yo, I definitely need an intro. Yo, I need a dope ass beat. Yo, I need something. Yo, that you got some bangers, yo. So if you can send something my way, yo, I appreciate it. And I'll hit you off with a little something. Yo, I appreciate you. Yeah, you're right. She definitely was. They buried it, yo? I guarantee they did. That's why I couldn't find it. I know I had seen it earlier today. I didn't know it was a video. I read like an article, but yeah, they gonna get that out of there. But we all, you want to hear the story about that free electricity, go check out the story on Nikola Tesla. Go check that story out. You know what I mean? That's interesting how, he was able to generate free electricity. He figured it out. So quick story, right? Like, he's the one, he's the real, scientific hero that they don't teach about in the news. You know what I mean? He figured out how to hit, how to shoot a bolt of electricity into the air, and then it would rotate, and then he would send another bolt, and it would hit it, and it would rotate, and then he sent another bolt and hit that like a tetherball for a certain amount of days, and then he just walk outside. He took a light bulb, put it in the dirt, shit lit up. He knew how to generate free electricity in a certain radius. And JP Morgan was his financier, and JP Morgan said, we can't make money off of that, and they killed it. I think his, what's it called, Wardenclyffe? I think that his the tower that he was creating to do that in New York, it's still there. It's still there in New York. It still stands. You know, he figured a lot of that stuff out. And then he also said that none of his ideas were his own. They were given to him by divine beings. I believe that's what he said. Appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. It's on Gab. I'm not on Gab. I gotta get on Gab, but I'm not on Gab. Yeah, a lot of his patents are online now. They made public record, but you know, the minute he passed, you know, the redacted was up in that room grabbing everything. You know. But anyway, like I said, all the world's a stage, and people are merely players. Like I said, they create the problems, and then they create the solution to their problems. Understand this. Everything that we're going through, they already worked this shit out. You had Event 201. You feel me? You had the thing that, what's his name? Harry Vox was warning about in 2014. You know what I mean? You got, you got Alex Jones out here warning everybody about, what was going on. Everybody thinking these people crazy, tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists. You know what I mean? Now look, they was batting 1,000. They was batting 1,000, and you can see it happening in real time. But they on a timeline, and I think that old Donnie T knocked them off their timeline by winning. And now they trying to catch up. They trying to play catch up. Now we got this Build Back Better. You know what I mean? And this Build Back Better is breaking people. You know what I mean? Like I say it all the time. Like today, $150 every 2 days to fill my truck up. It's ridiculous, man. Food, steaks, stuff like that used to cost, a trash piece of beef costing as much as a porterhouse or a New York strip. You know what I mean? I don't know what they mean by this Build Back Better thing, but it definitely ain't helping us. I'll tell you that much. And it's just only going to get worse. That dark winter that they keep promising that we're going to keep going into, that dark winter they keep promising, no, it's here. It's here, and I just hope you're ready. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and spend the rest of my night chilling out, catch some of this Monday football game. And I'll holler at you guys. I appreciate you sticking around and hanging out with me and listening to me. I'm trying to get better at this. It's like I said, it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to stream at least twice a week, and hopefully you guys will tune in. Hopefully more and more people share this with your family and your friends. Share my videos with your family and your friends. And I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. So if you're new, hit that like and subscribe button. Go watch my previous videos. I don't just live stream. Go watch my videos, my hot takes, and I appreciate it. It's Cannon Hotep. I'll at you.